Hello and welcome to the video. I'm back in the kitchen again. The sun is shining, so no better time for me to show you how to make some protein ice cream. So, very simple and easy, and you can honestly have it done in seconds apart from the freezing part. I can't control that. So, you're going to need a blender. You're then going to need 60 grams of protein, whey protein. This is vanilla flavour, but I'll show you is that you can make any flavour ice cream that you want. But this is vanilla, whey protein, and I've got 60 grams of it here. I've then got cocoa powder or just hot chocolate powder. I've got 50 grams of that, or I think that works out to be like 3 tablespoons. I'm going to use 250 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt. And again, you can get this from Aldi, which is like, it's like less than £1 or something, but we'll use that. And then the other thing that you're going to need is your frozen berries. Now, this is just for the flavour ice cream that I want to make. The only real important ingredients that you're going to need to make the ice cream is protein shake, or protein powder, sorry, and Greek yogurt. The rest is just flavouring, so you can have a play around and really make whatever you want. So, I'm going to start by adding the protein powder into the blender cup, if you want to call it that. I may even need a big one, let's see, right. Powder in, and this is as easy as it is, we're literally just mixing it all together. So, throw in all the powder, then I'm going to put in, so this is 500 grams, so I'm just going to do half of this Greek yogurt. So, I mean, if you really want to track it, you can weigh it. I've already weighed the powders beforehand. And then this, I'm just going to do half, so that's about half. And then with the fruit, I'm just going to do a few handfuls of these frozen berries. So, let's do one. And one more of these. Again, this is just the flavouring, so I wouldn't, you can change this to be whatever fruit you want, I think. Oh, have I missed? Frozen banana, I think, works well in there as well. So there we go. That is jam packed. But I'm going to get the lid on now. Let's get the lid on. Blend it up. On it goes. I've got so many settings on this thing. Let's just go pulse. Oh, no. Right, so that's all mixed up now. When you've got your frozen fruit in there, if you want it to be like chewy chunks of fruit, then obviously don't blend it up quite so much. Or you could actually leave bits of whole fruit in there if you want. Now, when I did this before, what I've realised is this does actually make it quite thick and not that easy to get out. So what we're going to need to do now, first we'll do a quick taste test. It passes the taste test, that's good. Then I'm going to spoon this into a container, throw it in the freezer, and then wait for the freezer to do what it does. And then I'll show you what you need to do afterwards, actually, because it's a bit of a pain in the ass when you get it out, but there we go. It's made, it's done. Right, so I owe everybody an apology. I've jinxed the weather. Started making ice cream, and now it's raining. It's always the way. So anyway, it's the next day. I'm gonna take the ice cream out of the freezer. Here it is. Now, I said that there is something that you're gonna need to do once you get out of the freezer, and you're gonna have to leave it to thaw out. I haven't worked out a way to get around this yet, but when you get it out of the freezer, I mean, it's rock hard. You won't get a spoon in there or anything, so you're gonna need to leave it for 10 or 15 minutes. I guess the solution would be to not freeze it for quite so long, or maybe less yogurt, or I don't know, maybe you would know better and you can leave a comment below and let me know. But you have to leave it for a good 15 minutes at least to thaw out, and then I'll spoon it up and give it the final taste test. Right, I think it's time. It's been out for a bit longer than 15 minutes actually, so we'll see. Yeah, it is ready. Look at that. Perfect scoop. There's a cat in the way, not very hygienic, but one more scoop. Look at this. I don't think it's going to be ready. Right, here we go. Look close up on that. Almost looks professional, doesn't it? Right, spoon for a taste test. That's still a bit hard. Oh. That is good. Very good. Right, a few things I want to say before you go ahead and make your own ice cream. First thing is, I am not qualified in any way, so if I can make it, you can make it. As you've seen, it is literally just throwing stuff in a blender and then put it in the freezer. Second thing I want to say is that the only two things, and I know I said this earlier, but I want to reiterate, the only two things that you need to add is the protein powder and the Greek yogurt. Everything else is based on flavouring, so you can have a real experiment, throw different kinds of fruit in there, different like chocolate powder, or you could maybe put some vanilla in there. So you can experiment as well with the different flavour protein shakes, different flavour of Greek yogurts even you could try. So really it doesn't matter, it's just personal preference on what goes in. I would say though that certain things are different calories to, you know, some things are higher in calories than others. So for example, if you're going to use a banana, that's going to be more calories than if you put berries in there, because it's just a high calorie piece of fruit. So keep those things in mind when you are adding things in on their calorie content, because that's going to make a difference as to whether it's going to be higher in calories or lower in calories. But it doesn't matter in terms of what goes in. It's not going to ruin it, and it's not going to just turn into some gloopy mess. It will still work, just be higher in calories. The other thing as well is you don't actually have to freeze it. So I froze it because I wanted it to be freezing cold ice cream, but as you saw, it's really thick anyway. It's like a really, I mean, it is almost like ice cream before you put it in the freezer, so you can just eat it straight away without freezing it. And I know that when I took it out of the freezer, it was rock solid and I had to let it thaw out. I left it in there overnight, so it's going to be, you know, frozen solid. You could probably get away with, I'd say an hour's probably short, but maybe 2 hours in the freezer, and then you should have an ice cream that you can scoop out straight away. So if you want to eat it really quickly, you can either eat it straight from when it's been blended, or just freeze it for a couple of hours, and then it should be much better. Apart from that, it's, yeah, there it is. I'll put the recipe on the screen and the macros and everything. And yeah, let us know any flavours and stuff that you've tried in the comments below. I hope you like it. I'm going to sit here and finish my bowl. Yeah, that's about it. Cool. Oh, actually, I almost left without pleading you to subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed already, and you like ice cream, and you like fitness, and you like to waste time on YouTube, then hit the subscribe button. It'd be great to have you. See you next one. Bye.